Greetings, guys. AVSL here, and today we have a special announcement from Donald J. Trump, and I'm gonna read through it, guys, and I'm gonna give my opinion on it a little bit, and we're gonna take a look at the comments a little bit after that. So please bear with me. I'm gonna try my best to do my Donald J. Trump impersonation. A very happy Thanksgiving. Salutations to all of our great American citizens and patriots who have been so nice in allowing our country to be divided, disrupted, carved up, murdered, beaten, mugged, and laughed at, along with certain other foolish countries throughout the world for being politically correct and just plain stupid when it comes to immigration. The official United States foreign population stands at a 53 million census, most of which are on welfare, from failed nations or from prisons, mental institutions, gangs, or drug cartels. They and their children are supported through massive payments from patriotic American citizens who, because of their beautiful hearts, do not want to openly complain or cause trouble in any way, shape, or form. They put up with what has happened to our country, but it's eating them alive to do so. A migrant earning $30,000 with a green card will get roughly $50,000 in yearly benefits for their family. The real migrant population is much higher. This refugee burden is the leading cause of social dysfunction in America, something that did not exist after World War II. Failed schools, high crime, urban decay, overcrowded hospitals, housing shortages, and large deficits, etc. As an example, hundreds of thousands of refugees from Somalia are completely taking over the once great state of Minnesota. Somalian gangs are roving the streets looking for prey, as our wonderful people stay locked in their apartments and houses, hoping against hope that they will be left alone. The seriously retarded governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz, does nothing, either through fear, incompetence, or both, while the worst congressman or woman in our country, Ilhan Omar, always wrapped in her swaddling hijab, and who probably came into the USA illegally and that you are not allowed to marry your brother, does nothing but hatefully complain about our country, its constitution, and how badly she's treated, when her place of origin is a decadent, backward, and crime-ridden nation, which is essentially not even a country for lack of government, military, police, schools, etc. Even as we have progressed technologically, immigration policy has eroded those gains and living conditions for many. I will permanently pause migration from all third world countries to allow the US system to fully recover. Terminate all of the millions of Biden's illegal admissions, including those signed by Sleepy Joe's Biden's autopen, and remove anyone who is not a net asset to the United States or is incapable of loving our country, and all federal benefits and subsidies to non-citizens of our country. Denaturalize migrants who undermine domestic tranquility, and deport any foreign national who is a public charge, security risk, or non-compatible with Western civilization. These goals will be pursued with the aim of achieving a major reduction in illegal and disrupted populations, including those admitted through an unauthorized and illegal auto-pen approval processes. Only reverse migration can fully cure the situation. Other than that, happy Thanksgiving to all, except those that hate, steal, murder, and destroy everything that America stands for. You won't be here for long. So this this is very crazy, guys. A lot of things that I'd like to discuss. Please bear with me. I'm gonna try to do this. Some of the things that he mentioned doesn't sit well with me, though I understand where he's coming from. My opinion on this, going first with somewhat agreeing to what he is declaring right now. And the reason behind that is that if you can see the news lately, as much as most of the media outlets try to cover it or actually ignore it or twist it in a positive note, there are a lot of situations wherein crime is actually caused by illegal immigrants because of the previous administration's policy on immigration. Even if you are an illegal immigrant or an undocumented immigrant, as what most liberals would like to say, it's actually crazy, because if you think about it, though, just to be clear, I'm not living in America, so this is just my perspective on things. That's why I try to give a non-biased opinion about it. Is that, imagine this: as an American citizen, you are working your butt off. You are working a 9-to-5 job and doing overtimes, daily, 2 to 3 hour overtime, 5 days a week, and your tax goes to fund these types of people. In the news, there are a lot of things going on, especially when it comes to violence towards American people. And there was this incident wherein a truck driver who is allegedly actually I believe he was allowed through through America because of the systems that was put in place by the previous administration, and was supposed to be deported and was back again. He actually caused a lot of deaths because of his reckless driving, and it's actually crazy when you think about it. And this is the one that I'm actually talking about, the one in California. It's crazy, and it's actually a 21-year-old semi-truck driver accused of being under the influence of drugs and causing a fiery crash that killed 3 people. And guess what, guys? He is in the country illegally. So it's actually crazy. And I'm not going to subscribe to that. Maybe actually there was a different case, but I believe it was like a CDL driver. Again, I'm not sure, guys, but this is just like a great example of what I'm talking about. And again, I'm not sure with the first instance that I gave. That's why I tried to pull up an example. And this was reported in the pbs.org on the 25th of October. And it's actually crazy, going back. And as you can see here, there is another situation wherein a lot of people from Somalia, and as Trump claims that they're taking over Minnesota, you're actually going to be able to see it in the news, wherein a lot of folks in Somalia actually trying to make it or vote their own representative, I believe, to have a government position. To me, it is kind of crazy. And this is just my opinion, by the way, okay? My opinion is that if you want to be elected, and this is just me, I'm suggesting, or what I think is best, is that you need to be a resident, and a legal resident, by the way, of America, in America for 10 years. No ifs and no buts. If you're only there for like a couple of years or a couple of months, it's or like 3 years or 2 years, it's not really. I don't think that you're ready. First off, you're not ready for the fact that as much as you study, and even what I'm saying right now, again, this is just opinion, take it with a grain of salt. Even if you research it, even if you watch news online, you read through Twitter, you do your own research, you watch news on the television. Once you go to America, things are different. It's the same as in my country, wherein if foreign media outlets report on some things, and wherein the news actually involves killing or some violence here in my country, and I actually know about it, it's believe it or not, there's actually a large difference when it comes to the information that is being distributed. And I'm pretty sure that it's not because it's their fault, but maybe they need to do a little bit more research. But in my opinion, it's really the lack of information, not unless they're really gonna go through the files and really interview people, which is, of course, it's a different country. Why would you bother with something like that? Not unless if it's really like a big deal. But anywho, going back, sorry for the tangent. When it comes to this one, especially with Ilhan Omar, if you watch actually the news, and if you watch the way that she makes comments about America, again, for me, it's actually not fair, because the way that I see it, lady, you were given an opportunity to stay in one of the greatest country on earth. And believe it or not, I know that you're an if you're an American, you feel like, oh, what, America sucks, I am a firm believer of the grass is not always green on the other side. But the way that I see it, if you actually look at most or a lot of countries out there, especially people that are coming from third world countries, They don't have the option of what Ilhan Omar is doing or what has been doing in the past couple of months. You know? If you actually do this type of stuff, if you actually say some things against their own country, Lord knows what's going to happen to them. It's going to be different. They're cooked. 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 And that's one of the great things about America. There's always checks and balances. I mean, at least people try to do the checks and balances, and you have that freedom of speech, which is of course available in a lot of countries right now, but there's actually certain levels to it. But when it comes to America, I can confidently say that this is like way too much freedom of speech, if you know what I mean. And then because of what's going on, because of people like Ilhan Omar, and because of people that are legal immigrants, and not just because they're undocumented. Don't get me wrong. I actually feel for the people who are just trying to do this and who are just trying to get by, just trying to do their own thing. But because of bad apples and bad actors and people who can't just be nice and assimilate to Western culture, this is what it has led to. I mean, you guys are giving the ammo to President Trump to do this. Do you think it would be easier for him to do this, or do you think there would not be a lot? Do you think there would be around 491,000 likes on this post if not a lot of people feel the same sentiment as what Mr. President Trump is declaring right now? I mean, it's crazy. With the way that this thing goes, I will permanently pause migration from all third world countries to allow the U.S. system to fully recover. If this thing happens, there are a lot of things that will be impacted. Again, in America, yeah, you say it's, grass is always greener on the other side, which is actually not the case. But we always think like that. But people that are just trying to shoot their shot and trying to do this thing legally, trying to follow the process, I don't know how they're going to be affected. Hopefully they can still get in before, the official ban of people from third world countries, but it's still going to be sad. And this is what it has come to. If you are a person living in America and you feel the brunt of the chaos that is happening right now, I'm sorry about that. And happy Thanksgiving to everyone. I hope that you guys are safe where you're at right now, because it's starting to get crazy out there. And I'm pretty sure that things are not always what they seem to be. I'm pretty confident that some of the bad actors are actually possibly, okay? This is just my tinfoil theory, that some of these people that are doing the bad things are actually supported, whether are being supported by unknown entities, whether it be you are an undocumented immigrant that are actually causing chaos, or if you're actually an American who is actually trying to oppose ICE operations. And believe me, looking at it from the outside, it's crazy, okay? You try your best, you try to work and provide for your family, and these things happen. But at the end of the day, if you think about it, none of this would happen if, or should I say, the support for this wouldn't be that much if not a lot of people are actually participating in preventing ICE from doing their job. I mean, let's face it, at the end of the day, if you can actually see the videos and the clash of it all, people are still getting deported. ICE is still doing their job. The people that are trying to prevent ICE from doing their job didn't do anything. They just caused a disruption. They just caused the scene. They just try to garner drama or farm drama out of this. But at the end of the day, they were still doing their job. And if these people didn't just do it like that, and they would just, sit in the sidelines or video it or record it, it would actually be, or the effect of it would actually be more positive towards to stopping ICE or making the deportation process better. But no, you guys wanted to fight for the freedom of speech so bad that some of these folks, I'm sorry if I'm using you guys, not all you guys, but some of these folks are hell-bent on fighting for their free speech, that they're actually causing more harm than good. They need to focus on what is actually the problem of the country. And it's not ICE doing their job, but it's more on, even if ICE does their job, the inequality when it comes to pay is actually not getting better. That's the main concern. So that's just me, though. I'd like to hear more of your thoughts about this. I hope you guys are safe. Please enjoy your holidays, enjoy your weekend. Comment, like, subscribe. Peace.